always. I once heard this slogan from a boxing trainer. He said, whoever gets out last wins. Right? That's a lesson in patience and endurance. Yes, keep getting it up. Does that mean we don't get knocked down? Of course not. We always get knocked down. It's just part of it. Just keep getting up. Bible says, a righteous man falleth 7 times and rises again. Separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. There you go. See? Exactly what I was trying to say. Okay. There it is. I'd like to see somebody try and get that out. I don't think so. I really don't think so. No, there are a million lessons a day while we work. A million lessons. I wish I could get them all in one day. Not possible. One turn at a time. Hey, that's almost a poem. One turn at a time. One turn at when we get it though. May not be pretty, but it will be strong. After we go through trials there, tests. We come out, hair's messy, barely hanging on. But you know what? You're a whole lot stronger than when you went in. May not look pretty like this, but you're strong. And you have grown from it. Like this, somebody try and rip that guy out. Perfect. Okay, anybody got some black paint? Okay, now I need to find the hardware. such the wrong person to be teaching this. But I tell you what, ever since I went to Argentina, I think from the get-go, God was trying to impress that on me, because I had a 5.5 hour flight, a 5.5 hour flight, then a 10-hour flight. And I mean, there's no running away on this one. You just have to be patient. Let's try it this way. Especially when you're working outdoors. Small adjustments make a huge difference. Ha! It's pretty cool, huh? Small adjustments make a huge difference. My kids, they used to have this thing in their, I don't know if it was Brandy, I think. She was going to school and she had this teaching thing. She'd come home, and I guess the concept was haste makes waste. So she used to tell me that haste makes waste. And you know what? She's so right. They were right. They were trying to teach us too. You know, it's true. Let's see how this lines up now. No guarantee on this, but we'll check it out and see how we do. And after I put this on, then I'm going to have to adjust again one more time. You know, it's like, that's how this is. And so even when I saw that hanging doors on the list, I said, okay, time-consuming stuff, you know. I knew it, because okay, see, there we go. All right, let's just try this guy here. Do a test run. Let's put a few of these screws in here. And you know what? That's why a lot of carpenters, they don't like finish work. We like the framing stuff, you know what I mean? Everything moves fast. You do those big jobs and you can see the progress, yeah? But when it comes to hanging doors and doing trim and all that, the things that require patience and you don't see results real immediate, oh, that's not fun. Not for me anyway. But you don't move into a house that has no doors, right? So obviously it's very necessary. And one of the greatest inventions of all time is the cordless drill. Whoever invented the cordless drill should be thanked 1,000,000 times over. Okay. Now I like it hanging that way. You see this floor? The floor is not even. You got a big high spot here. Okay. And that's not the door's fault. It's not. It's however the concrete was laid down. So that means it's all door trim time. I have to take off another 1/2 inch off the bottom of this door here. But you see, I didn't know that until you hang it. You need to hang it, see what's happening in there. And then once you can see that, okay, now I know what I gotta adjust. And that's what's gonna happen here. Small adjustments make a huge difference. small adjustments make a huge difference. Huh. It's kind of like what we were talking about the other time. Yeah. You think Jesus had patience or what? I think all carpenters gotta have a measure of that. Surely. Most definitely. You know what? Come to think of it, everybody in all fields of endeavor have to exercise patience. It's like one of those things that you wish you didn't have to conquer, but you know you do. You don't have a choice. Because throughout your life, you're going to have to exercise patience. Patience over things that you may not have control over. Patience over things that God is requiring you to wait for. One of the things in Scripture teaches that the farmer patiently waits for the harvest. And in that particular instance of Scripture, Paul the Apostle was teaching about the necessity for a man of God to have patience. Okay, now let's see if this indeed will do it. Lot like life. A lot like life. We were talking about balance, and then we started talking about patience and adjustments. Making adjustments in our lives, little ones that make big differences. Yeah. It's actually all the same thing. They're not different. Because in order to make these adjustments, it will require patience. You know, patience and willingness to sit there and make those fine tunings. But in the long run, if we do these things, it brings balance to our lives. So the end result, yeah, it's balance. But the only way to attain that balance is to make those necessary, but sometimes little adjustments. Like this, I have to recut the door now. Because the frame that is in there, this is a remodel job, which makes it more difficult because the frame that's in there is not square. So I have to work with the existing frame. And the existing frame says the trimming is required. So here we go. Making these adjustments. In the long run, it'll hang just fine. It'll hang just fine. You see this chisel here is the tool required to make those smaller shavings, yeah? Because you're taking off only like what, 1/16 of an inch at a time? Not very much. When I was cutting with the skill saw, I take off a whole 1/2 inch one time. So the skill saw will bring you within the ballpark, but the finished work, final adjustments have to be made with the chisel a 1/16 of an inch at a time. Okay.